SEC Chairman Gary Gensler comments on Ripple, XRP, case. We have created a Telegram group to provide you with the latest updates on upcoming airdrops, pre-sales, and instant cryptocurrency news. Join our Telegram group using the link provided in the description section. Additionally, you can take advantage of the MEXC stock market link to engage in spot transactions, buying and selling cryptocurrencies with zero commission. Gary Gensler, chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, known for his attitude towards the crypto money industry, spoke about the Ripple, XRP, decision, which was announced by the judge recently. Gensler said that he had different reactions to the decision and that it is still under evaluation. SEC Chairman Gensler said this decision accelerated the industry's need for federal regulatory legislation. He also added that they are pleased that the judge considered the sale to institutional investors as securities. According to Gensler, the crypto money industry, which started out with decentralized purposes, is centralized in many areas, and this sector is not separate from the financial economy. Reactions to Gensler, who stated in his speech that artificial intelligence studies may also pose a risk to financial stability, are growing. Gary Gensler, who has a tough stance against all innovative technological developments, may come to the fore with new cases regarding the crypto money industry and artificial intelligence in the coming period. On the other hand, many names in the industry say that the XRP decision is a great victory and the SEC is cornered. Ripple and XRP scam bots flood Twitter, Elon Musk called to intervene. In a never-ending battle, Twitter users are once again plagued by a flood of fraudulent accounts related to Ripple and XRP. The relentless onslaught has prompted legal expert John Deaton to seek the assistance of none other than Elon Musk himself, hoping the billionaire entrepreneur can help put an end to this online menace. Nearly a year ago, Elon Musk had taken to Twitter, vowing to combat the rise of bots on the platform. However, despite his initial efforts, the notorious imposters persist, causing widespread frustration among users. Deaton, a lawyer representing XRP holders, recently expressed his exasperation in a tweet addressed to Musk. The issue has reached a tipping point, exacerbated by a significant court ruling last week. After nearly 3 years, the court declared that XRP is not a security, sending shockwaves through the media and triggering a surge in scam bots and imposters like never before. Driven to the brink, John Deaton turned to Elon Musk, hoping that the influential and eccentric billionaire could lend his expertise to resolve the escalating problem. Will Musk respond to the plea from this heavyweight of the law and succeed in vanquishing the bots that plague Twitter? As the public eagerly awaits Musk's potential intervention, it remains to be seen whether his unique brand of influence can overcome this persistent online threat. The infiltration of scam bots not only undermines the integrity of social media platforms, but also poses risks to unsuspecting users who may fall victim to fraudulent schemes. XRP just beat Bitcoin, BTC, here's how. XRP token has reportedly overtaken Bitcoin as the cryptocurrency with the highest trading volume. Following a significant legal victory last week, XRP has dominated 21% of all cryptocurrency trade volume. This marks a dramatic shift in market dynamics, as Bitcoin traditionally leads the pack in terms of trade volume. Ripple has recently been in the limelight due to a historic court ruling in its favor against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. This verdict led to XRP's relisting on major cryptocurrency exchanges, and a subsequent surge in demand and trading volume followed suit. The XRP token has experienced an impressive rally, seeing a gain of around 65% in its price. However, it is worth noting that XRP has lost about 20% of its value since reaching its recent peak. Despite this drawback, the overall momentum for XRP remains positive. The uptick in trading volume suggests increased interest and activity around the token, likely driven by the court victory and relisting on various platforms. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, the original cryptocurrency and traditionally the most traded digital asset, seems to have stalled. Despite numerous attempts, Bitcoin has struggled to break away from the $30,000 threshold. While Bitcoin remains a key player on the cryptocurrency market, the surge in XRP trading volume has momentarily overshadowed its dominance. The increase in XRP's trading volume compared to Bitcoin's is a clear indication of the impact of legal and regulatory decisions on cryptocurrency markets. It underscores the potential volatility and rapid shifts that can occur in response to such events. While XRP's recent surge in trading volume has led it to outpace Bitcoin momentarily, it is still unknown if this trend will continue. Factors such as market sentiment, regulatory developments, and broader economic factors all play a role in determining trading volumes. New twist in Ripple v. SEC case as judge suggests settlement conference. In a fresh development in the Ripple v. SEC case, Judge Sarah Netburn has ordered both parties to find 3 mutually convenient dates for a potential settlement conference. Netburn encouraged Ripple and the SEC to schedule this meeting 6 to 8 weeks in advance due to the court's packed calendar. A settlement conference is a meeting between the parties involved in a lawsuit where they attempt to reach a mutually agreed upon resolution to their dispute, thus avoiding a trial. In the context of the Ripple v. SEC case, Judge Netburn's suggestion of scheduling a settlement conference indicates an opportunity for both parties to resolve the conflict without proceeding further in court. The judge's move follows a landmark ruling in Ripple's favor on July 13. Ripple Labs was found not to have violated federal securities law by selling its XRP token on public exchanges, marking a significant legal victory for the cryptocurrency industry. The ruling, made by U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres, sent the value of XRP skyrocketing by 80% by late afternoon on the same day. Following the decision, Coinbase, the largest U.S. crypto exchange, announced that it would allow trading of XRP on its platform again. Kraken, Bitstamp, and other American exchanges followed suit. However, the decision did hand a partial win to the agency. The judge held that Ripple did violate federal securities law by selling XRP directly to people. The case may still see new developments, however. SEC Chair Gary Gensler has hinted at a potential appeal against the recent decision in the Ripple case. Speaking at a luncheon hosted by the Press Club DC, Gensler stated that the agency was still assessing the ruling. BTC price analysis: why is Bitcoin down today? The Bitcoin price has fallen to the lower end of its almost one-month trading range between $29,800 and $31,300. Already yesterday, BTC briefly fell to as low as $29,704, only to recover to $30,306 within a few hours. At press time, BTC was again moving towards the $30,000 mark, and another fall and liquidity grab seems likely. While this week the macro data releases are pretty quiet, it's worth taking a look at what's happening in the Bitcoin market itself. Why is Bitcoin down today? Swissblock Insights observed a peculiar calm in the market when Bitcoin reached a new yearly high of $31,840 last week. However, the momentum quickly faded, and selling pressure increased, causing BTC to drop to the low $30,000s. They highlight the narrow Bollinger Bands, stating, "The Bollinger Bands are very narrow, with only a 4.2% value difference separating the upper and lower bands. A move is brewing." Moreover, the analysts emphasize the need for a significant catalyst to inject life into the current lackluster scenario. Volatility is expected to appear on the scene, although, in the short term, we are in no man's land, liquidity remains low, open interest is still flat and shorts are nowhere to be seen. There's no command in the direction we are going, and only a significant catalyst can spice things up in this dull scenario we are in. According to the analysts, a breakdown of the $29,650 support level would invalidate a long setup. On the other hand, a bullish leg up $31,500 could reignite momentum and surge the price to $33,000. But for this to happen, spot demand needs to reignite strongly and longs need to enter the market, otherwise momentum will continue to fading. Glassnode, an on-chain data provider, further illuminates the current state of the Bitcoin market. Despite the temporary yearly high, they describe the market as extremely quiet, also pointing to the Bollinger Bands. This compression in volatility signals a market reminiscent of the calm observed in early January, as NewsBTC reported yesterday. Furthermore, Glassnode's analysis reveals a slow but steady inflow of capital into Bitcoin. The realized cap currently sits just shy at $396 billion. After hitting a cycle low at $380 billion, the metric indicates that a slow but steady stream of capital is entering the market throughout 2023. Glassnode also emphasizes that investors remain unwilling to part with their held supply, resulting in choppy market conditions similar to those seen in 2016 and 2019-20 periods. Total realized profit and loss resembles the historic trend. If we take a ratio between total realized profit and loss, we can also note that a lower high in this ratio was set this week. If sustained, it may allude to similar choppy market conditions seen in both 2019-20, and again in the second half of 2021. The analysis also highlights the profit-locking behavior among Bitcoin holders, with the majority of both short-term, 88%, and long-term holders' balances, 73%, held in profit. However, short-term holders are the primary entities that are active in the market. Out of the total 39.600 BTC in daily exchange inflows, 78% of this is associated with the STH cohort. This means that short-term holders may have to trim their profits for the time being before selling pressure eases, and the bulls can take the upper hand again. Greek Liv, an options expert, explains that the Bitcoin market is still losing liquidity, which makes it highly susceptible to spikes and V-shaped recoveries. Cryptocurrencies encountered a V-shaped market today, with BTC falling below $29,700 and ETH below $1,875, before rebounding in a V-shape during Asian trading hours to regain the round number of points, but the options market barely reacted to this. The analysis advises sellers to focus on static protection and have risk control plans for holding options until expiration. For buyers, timely profit-taking and using futures to hedge options are recommended risk management strategies. At press time, BTC traded at $30,064. We have created a Telegram group to provide you with the latest updates on upcoming airdrops, pre-sales, and instant cryptocurrency news. Join our Telegram group using the link provided in the description section. Additionally, you can take advantage of the MEXC stock market link to engage in spot transactions, buying and selling cryptocurrencies with zero commission.